Hey everyone, Wolf Lord Rho here. Today, Konrad Curze confronts his brother Sanguinius, Primarch of the Blood Angels. First off, a huge thank you to Brian O and Jeff for your virtual gift vouchers. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for all the support. It truly means a lot to me. It really does. But on with the video. First off, spoiler warning to begin as usual. The events we are looking at today come from the Horus Heresy novel Pharos, or Pharos, however you wish to say it. As always, I really recommend you read the novel for yourself first, as that's the best way to get the most enjoyment out of the novels. But not only that, we help to support the Great Black Library and Games Workshop, because without them, well, we wouldn't have this amazing lore to talk about. I'll put a link in the description to the novel on the Black Library website as always. But with that said, let's just jump straight in. Now, this particular interaction takes place during the events of the Imperium Secundus, when Guilliman, the Lion and Sanguinius have established a second Imperium in Ultramar, to keep the flame alive until they can establish if the Emperor and Terra still stands. And Sanguinius is acting Emperor. Now here, Curze has appeared in Sanguinius' throne room, sat upon the throne with Askelion at his feet. Sanguinius immediately declares that Curze is no brother of his and draws his sword. Yet he is unarmoured. The odds are clearly against Sanguinius here. Curze is not only fully armoured, but he attacks both the Lion and Guilliman when he fought them together. Sanguinius at first doubts if he can even survive this encounter. But then his gift of prophecy flashes into his mind of all the possible futures about to happen. Curze leaping and attacking him, gutting him in the middle, Sanguinius countering, taking off his head. You know, all of these different outcomes just flashing into his mind. Some he loses, some he wins. But the fight does not happen. Curze insists that he did not come to fight, but to talk. He's only taken Askelion as hostage for insurance, to keep Sanguinius at bay. You always were querulous, Curze. Night Haunter, said Curze with feigned hurt. He slumped back in the throne. Askelion's armour creaked under his foot as he pressed on it. The absolute factual nature of it, my brother, is that I am not sure I could kill you if I wished to. He flicks dried blood from under a dirty nail. You and Guilliman speak so often of logic, so let us consider the evidence. In skill at arms, I outmatch you. I always have. I outmatch most of you. I am armoured. You are not. Your blade is of simple steel and energy. I have my claws. He tapped the back of one set on the eagle armrests of the throne. Try then, said Sanguinius. Attack. Let us put our relative skills to the test. Pretty confident of Curze here, claiming he outmatches Sanguinius in skill at arms. As I've stated before, Curze is worthy of consideration in the top tier of Primarchs, no doubt. But virtually every Primarch doubts if they could beat Sanguinius in a duel. He's widely heralded as probably the best Primarch in combat. Even Russ doubts if he could take Sanguinius. And we all know Russ is the man. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Now Sanguinius without armour? Then of course Curze is at a big advantage. But just saying he's better anyway. I'm sorry Konrad, but I don't side with you there. And Sanguinius clearly didn't either, as he immediately attacks his brother. The fight taking them around the entire throne room, at speeds faster than any normal eye could see, each countering each other's moves and dodging before a blow can even land, both seeing their opponent's moves before they even occur. And then with them both sweating with exertion, Curze finally breaks away, claiming they're not so different after all. And he truly does come to talk. Just talk. You are repugnant, said Sanguinius. So pretty, so stupid. Father's favoured cockerel, preening in the hen coop. Is monstrousness not rather the point of me? Curze replied bitterly. Tell me, brother, I am curious. Are you not one of the ones who believe our scattering was chance, or one of the ones who do not? I think Gilliman is in the latter camp. I can see the thought ticking around that tedious track of a mind he has, like a rodent in a maze, desperate to find a different way out, but knowing there is only one exit and a feline waits. Tick, 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 he cackled, raking his talons slowly through the air, claws on the walls. You came to ask me this? You are insane. I came, Curze shrugged. I am asking it. Does my purpose matter? Come, Angel, do you really think it was chance? I want to know. Each one of us was cast away upon a world that turned out to suit our characteristics perfectly. Characters our father engineered. Furthermore, the characters of many of our Legion's Terran sons were also matched with those of the worlds we were found upon. And, oh yes, we can both see the future. I rather suspect, therefore, that Father can read it like a periodical. Can you stand there and tell me that it was chance? No? No reply? No, said Sanguinius quietly. No reply? Or no as in no, you don't believe it? Goaded Curze. Sanguinius's sword lowered a fraction. Why he confided in Curze he could not discern, but the words would out, and he could not have stopped them even if that had been his desire. No, I do not believe our losing was chance. Now this is a very interesting conversation, as it helps us to see a few different things. Firstly, how obsessed Curze is becoming with fate. He's been tortured by his visions throughout his life, and it's really taken over his entire existence now. Whereas some view futures as possibilities based on choices, Konrad really sees it as predetermined. As the conversation goes on to show, but also that Sanguinius, despite believing that the Primarch scattering was no accident, still steadfastly remains loyal to the Emperor. Yes, you see? Curze became excited by Sanguinius's agreement. A man who planned so long and hard to be taken in so at the moment of triumph? Nonsense. Congratulations, you are halfway to the truth. That our father was a liar? Was? Curze said with a smile, his brow furrowing for just a fraction of a second. Indeed, a liar, and more. For I am a monster because that is all I can be, and you are an angel likewise. You had a choice, Curze. Father only made us. He did not shape us. I was made to be this. Nothing could change it. I know because I tried. I did. Again here, as I said, Curze showing that blinkered mindset that he can only be a monster, that no matter what, that is his fate. And Sanguinius clearly the opposite. You always have a choice. And I guess it depends on your personal outlook, but for me, I definitely agree with Sanguinius. You always have a choice. The conversation continues with Curze getting even more emotional, with tears in his eyes as he rants, claiming the Emperor made him to be this way, that then castigated him for being so, claiming he was sanctioned for doing what he was made to do. And how could he ever follow the man that did that to him? And that's why the Emperor deserved betrayal. But Sanguinius, he will have none of it. That I do not believe, Konrad. Fathers lie to their sons to protect them, to save them. Our father hid himself for untold millennia among mankind, revealing himself only when he deemed the time right. The story of our scattering was a necessary lie, if indeed it is a lie. The difference between you and me is that you see sinister purpose behind his actions. I do not. His secrecy hurt me, Konrad, as much as it hurts you. And the conclusion you have reached hurts me also. But I will not cast myself into despair. That is the difference between you and me. I will not abandon our father's dream. His plan is for the good of mankind. Now, I absolutely love this response from Sanguinius here. Sanguinius, loved by all, now loved by Wolf Lord Rho. Okay, yeah, I liked him already, but still, the point is there. There's so much wisdom in Sanguinius' words. Firstly, yes, fathers have lied to their sons to protect them. It's happened throughout the ages, and it will happen for ages to come. And as I've stated many times on this channel, I very much believe the Emperor views the Primarchs as his sons. And now the key to Sanguinius' words, the difference between you and me is that you see sinister purpose behind his actions. I do not. That hits the nail right on the head. It's all about your interpretation. The same with us in reading the lore. If you want to see something negative, you will, and vice versa. They each have seen exactly the same thing, but whereas Konrad interprets it negatively, Sanguinius does not. Sanguinius isn't saying he doesn't care about being lied to. He's saying, hey, it hurt me to think about being lied to too, but I understand why. The Chaos Gods were hidden from the Primarchs to protect them, and the scattering would definitely fall under that too, if indeed it was a lie. The result may have been flawed, but the intent was true. And as I've said before, despite all the power he has, the Emperor is only human after all. And of course, so are his sons. A great place to finish it off there. I'll continue this interaction in the next upload because it's a really fascinating insight to two of the most popular Primarchs out there. But what did you guys think of it? Do you think Curze could take Sanguinius one-on-one? That was quite a claim when I read it. And what about the scattering? Unexpected? Or do you think the Emperor knew it would happen all along? Personally, I'm down the unexpected route, but hey, we all know I'm as loyal as Sanguinius here. As always, drop your thoughts on this interaction in the comments below. Guys, as you know, I love to read them. A huge thank you to all my subscribers. Your support really means a lot to me, it truly does. And if you're new, then please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. If you enjoyed this particular vid, then why not drop a like on it too. But with that said, I am off, and I'll see you all again real soon.